Hey Aries, welcome to the Esoteric Empire. So we're focusing on your November tarot energies. So basically what I'm seeing, just right off the bat, I feel like I have to let you know. We have Aries and we have water as your focus. So the first thing I was thinking is you are going to be diving deep. Not like infinite waters, but like, because he's Pisces, so he's like the happy end of the spectrum. I'm talking about Scorpio, because that's the season that you will be experiencing the majority of. So you're diving deep, okay? So Scorpio is the feminine aspect of Mars, and you are the masculine of it. So you're diving deep. So basically you're going to the war energy of the emotional self. So you're going into the war within yourself. And so you're battling either your demons, you're battling thoughts that you feel like are not yours, you're battling conscious guilt, you're battling secrets that you may be trying to keep down. You're battling all types of things in that way, okay? Some of you are healing from these type of energies because you've already done the work. But for those of you who have been hiding, Scorpio season is going to seek you out, because Scorpio is also related to the Pluto energy, right? So Pluto don't play. Pluto will find your ass, okay? Pluto is death. Nobody can hide from death, right? So there's an ending, a transformation that you will be experiencing as far as something that you have been chained to. You need to either let go of or transform to something bigger and better or smaller, whatever the case may be. I'm also seeing that some of you may be diving deep into waters or liquids rather that can have a bad effect on you. So just be careful of what you're intaking as well. Let's go ahead and look into the beginning of your November, which is November 1st through the 10th. All right. Aries, you're hiding. Seven of Swords here in reverse. You definitely find out something, or you know something that you bury deep within yourself, or you try to hide from it, you try to run away from it. The Chariot in reverse here is letting me know there's a whole new way that this is going to come back around towards you. The thing that I was hearing is what goes around comes around. So if you thought that you got through something, you may have got through it in that circumstance, but there's a new situation that's going to bring that circumstance right back to you. And I feel like it's a test to see how you deal with it so that you can really eradicate it, or so that you can go through it again. Okay, so it's almost like a spiral effect, okay? You're still in that circle, you're still in that 360 because you won't oppose it. You're running from it, but you're not doing something to square it off, to cast a spell and get rid of it. And that could mean, physically speaking for you if you're into all of the alchemy and stuff like that. But if you're not into all of that, it literally means you need to face the opposite side of yourself, or whatever that obstacle is. That is opposing you, instead of running in circles away from it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one big loop that you're encountering. So that's what I'm seeing for that, for sure. King of Pentacles here, there could be a Capricorn involved with the situation. It could have to do with money matters, or something that you are maybe not obsessed with, but something that you put a lot of effort into that is karmically not going to look good for you. It's something that you're avoiding because you feel like you're afraid of the consequences, is what I'm trying to say, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Something that you don't want to come to the light or to the public, or you rather not deal with it. It could be a person, that you don't want to deal with. Okay, so the consequences are very fiery. I do think you're going to have to put a lot of effort or action into this. We got the King of Wands and the Three of Wands. So you have created something. It's like you created a monster, and now you have to figure out how to dilute it, or how to get rid of it, or rectify and take responsibility for the actions that this monster has caused. This monster could be you. You could feel as though you are attached to certain things that hurt other people. You could feel that this monster has made you do things that you should not be doing. I'm really feeling like it's time for you to take responsibility, though, for something. You could also be afraid to look the monster in the eye, or to address whatever the monster is in the situation. Okay. Yeah, so there's some new things that's gonna come up for you. There's some mental things that are going to be brought up. You could definitely just be experiencing like maybe being a little paranoid, or just having like this situation where you're really trying to get to the bottom of what you're experiencing, but it's all in your head. Which is why I said you're battling something within yourself. Let's see who's involved. Okay, so I'm seeing Mars energy here. So Scorpio or Aries energy, battling energy, and then the moon, Pisces. So there could be a Pisces, or it could just be saying that you are battling your internal self, okay? You're trying to like get rid of something that you know needs to be healed, or you could even be trying to fight off your emotional self. Like you don't want to feel emotions, you don't want to feel anything, but Scorpio season is forcing you to. All right, so let's see how you're looking in the beginning of November right off the bats. We got Son of Water and Love, okay? So this is interesting. It's almost like you're trying to, you know, feel, or you're trying not to feel, or you're trying to feel new emotions towards love, or what you think about love, or some of you are running away from the feeling of love. Like you don't want to engage, you're afraid to make a new commitment because you don't want to get hurt. All of these things, it's like you're living in the past, so you can't even be in the present type of energy. Let's go ahead and see what's happening in the middle of your November. All right, so the middle of November is the 11th through the 20th. Three of Wands. So you're planting seeds now. You're creating something, okay? Now, this could be good or bad. I feel like it's good just because of the energy that I'm feeling from the cards right now. Okay, so with the full card, you're showing up here. So I think you have kind of faced yourself in the mirror. You could be looking literally at yourself in the mirror around this time. I feel like you are starting a new path. Like you decided to take responsibility and go towards something different from what you have been doing. So you're choosing to take a new course, a course of action. You have ended a chapter. You've ended a way of viewing things. You've ended a way of overseeing things. You've ended a way of hiding from something. You've changed how you are moving forward. You're moving to a new chapter. So whereas before you could have been very fixated on how you used to do things, not budging, not changing, not switching it up, and now you're stepping into more of a cardinal energy, meaning you are taking initiative to change something drastically in your image. So here's that person or that energy coming back up, right? Now, I don't know if this is like a bad thing, but I kind of feel like this is that cardinal energy just showing you taking a different approach to something. So let's go ahead and see what all this energy is for. Yeah, you decided to come to terms with whatever you kept hiding from yourself or whatever you did not want to address, right? So that's where it starts in that, and it started in a mental situation. So you confronted it. Very good. You're starting a new way of reconciliation of your past struggles that you've already been through. So you're coming to terms with things that have already happened. You're releasing that anger. You're releasing any stress. You're releasing any emotions to something that has happened in the past so that you can finally move forward, right? It could have been in relation to something that made you go broke, whether it's financially or spiritually. When I say spiritually, there's something that kept draining you. There's something that kept attacking you being able to rise up to a new occasion or to a new energy level. And you've confronted this, and now it can no longer do that. Now you are on your way to being able to create a new circumstance for yourself, to hop into a new bracket, if you will. So it kind of looks like you're allowing yourself to move forward. You're healing, which is where this water energy is coming from. Now, this may sound simple, but I feel like for the people who are watching this is huge. This is something that has been in the making for years, for months, and this is something that is very, very dynamic for you as an Aries. Let's see who's a part of the middle of your... Okay, we have Gemini here. Prince of Swords. I also feel like this is saying you have stepped into a new way of looking at things, communicating about things, whether it's mentally or, outwardly speaking. Like you even changed the way you say things. You changed how you talk about yourself. You changed how you respond to things. You're not as negative. You're trying to be more positive, All right. And you're showing up as the Emperor. Yes, Aries. So you're back to you. You're finally you. If you've never even encountered this, you are back to how you were supposed to do. You're moving with energy. You're passionate. You are aware of what you want and what you want to bring in and how you want to do it. And you're not really caring about things that's already happened or caring about the things that may have held you back. You're using that as ammunition or power to get to your next phase. So that's beautiful. I really like to see that. Let's go ahead and move on to the end of your November. So the end of November is the 21st through the 30th. In true Aries fashion, we're going through this reading very, very fast. All right, so we have Princess of Swords. So I feel like your thoughts are being able to breed new ideas. So now you're actually like, you know, when people say they have writer's block, you had that for years or months, you know, and now you're in this situation where you're able to make new ideas come to you. And you're being a lot more creative. And it's showing up in a really, really nice way. Like you're able to bring down your thoughts and try to make them into reality. Now, the Ace of Swords is here in reverse. So I kind of feel like there were things that you either did not think of them, like you didn't think of these ideas before because you couldn't, like there was a mental blockage, or there were lies that you were clinging on to. Like if someone told you your whole life you weren't going to be anything or something like that, you're finally seeing that, hey, that was a lie. You're able to see what is true and what is not, okay? So you're able to logically make sense of things again. Now we have the World. So once again, you're making steps towards moving towards something bigger. You left something behind. And now you're fixated on this new way of not allowing people's words to affect you. Okay. So whereas they used to throw swords at you and this end would hit you, now they throw it and it only this hits you. So it doesn't hurt you. You can feel it, but you don't allow it to penetrate your mind. And so I think that is a very, very important thing for you. And it's going to help you heal. And the Hermit card is here. So you're either becoming one with yourself, grounding yourself. So this could be through meditation or eating better, or mentally hyping yourself up, telling yourself things that you need to hear, nourishing yourself. I also feel like you are also in this position because you've gone through things that have made you become more experienced. And during this time in November, it will be Sagittarius season. So it does go into expansion of wisdom. And Virgo in a lot of ways has a lot to do with that as well. I feel like your wisdom is going to come more in a sense of peace and a sense of wholeness within thyself, but also can come in forms of maybe looking into technology more, like watching, you know, certain videos that help you understand yourself, learning about yourself. I don't really like saying motivational videos, but stuff like that can actually teach you through technology and through artificial intelligence how you are better, or how you're good for yourself. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like you're learning more about things that will help you become better. So maybe like tarot readings, or motivational videos, or learning about numerology so you can make sense of things. I don't know. It's like stuff all over the place, but I see you going through the internet and just like learning, absorbing. All right. So you're ending the chapter of not using your own power. So for so long, you were in the situation where you were prohibiting yourself from becoming bigger and better just by simply not speaking things into existence, or you were speaking it into existence and creating all of these traps and obstacles and challenges for yourself. And now you're taking that energy and using it for positive effects. And it's definitely going to be showing up during the end of your November. You're going to realize your own power. And so from there, like the sky's the limit, you know? Let's see. What were these swords that were being casted on you? There was someone, it could be a Virgo, but there was someone who was older than you who would constantly make you feel like you didn't have what it takes, or you're not smart enough, or you can't do this, or you move too quick, or you know, you don't allow things to grow. And now you see, you know how you work now. You're learning about yourself. You definitely could be learning about astrology. I do feel like that's what this Hermit energy is for. I feel like you're learning and expanding your mind on astrology so that you can understand why you work the way you do and how you are influenced by certain influences. And the King of Wands is here to support that, which in this reading is definitely you. So it kind of lights a flame under your ass, and you're like, all these years you've been telling me I need to slow down. It's like, I'm a freaking Aries. Like, why the fuck would I be slowing down? I do what I want to do. And so that's where I feel like this emergence of understanding comes from, and this wisdom. So there's a lot that's going to come from this Aries. Let's see if there's anyone around you at the end of your November. All right, there's an Aquarius. I feel like this is saying more so that there's a transition of mindset, or there could be an Aquarius who tells you, hey, maybe you should look into astrology or something like that. All right, let's see how you're looking at the end of November. The Fool, yes. Okay, so I rarely ever get this card. This is you, though. You're showing up as yourself. But as you can see, this is someone who is born again. So you're literally waking up to start this new way of being, to start a new way of living. And I really feel like this is a huge step. Even with water being here, you know, when you're born, you know, when you're in the womb, you're in liquid, you're in fluid. And I feel like you're being born again. Like you're starting over, like you're refreshed, you're revitalized, you're receiving energy now instead of rejecting it. And this, I don't, like every sense of the word, you are refreshed, you're new. So this is really nice. Let's go ahead and see what your oracle message is for this month. All right, patience and planning. So you're finally understanding your power. I do feel as though there are situations that have happened, but it's like all of that was to get you to this point. You just had to be patient with yourself so that now you can plan for your future by living in the present and not the past. So everything that has happened before, it cannot affect you now. And you understand that, you understand your power. And that is one of the main things of being consciously aware that I feel is important for most people. So congratulations, Aries. If you need more help on anything astrological or tarot wise, you can always email me. You can sign up for my Patreon as well if you would like to do that. So basically, yeah, like reach out. I think there's a lot of information at the end of November that you could be finding on the internet or just by communicating with other people or meditating with yourself. And you'll really start, seeing the difference. So congratulations, like I said. And if you want more of these type of videos, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in my next video.